So we have our code published on GitHub. So let's open it also locally. And we're going to do the next step. So what we're going to do is to prepare our code to be available on NPM. NPM, it's a global library for JavaScript code. And if we want to use it in our project, or if we want anyone else to use it, we have to publish it to NPM. So we have to set up everything locally. So let's do this and run first npm init to initialize it. So we're gonna have to fill out some information. So what's the package name? It just takes it from our README. Version, we're gonna start with 000. Description, we're gonna make a UI component. Entry point is gonna be source/index. I have to fix it later. That was a typo. Test command, we can just skip. Git repository automatic, and keywords, let's say slider, author, your name, license MIT, and does that look good? Yes. Okay. So this created a new file for us, package.json. And you see I mistyped, so I can now manually fix it. So it's scr source src index.js. Save. So it tells us basically the basic information about the code, and also who's the author, where's the repository based, and in the future it will also tell us what dependencies are we using, so what other code, what other modules are we using inside of our module. So now we have this package.json, so we can do one next thing, and we can try to install our first developer dependency, and this is going to be Budo. This is a module that will help us have auto reload, so while we're developing we can basically see the preview, live preview, and it's going to make basically our development process way easier and more pleasant. So let's install it. We install it by saying npm install Budo, and we say --save -dev. So it's going to save it as developer dependency inside of our package.json. So once this is installed, we're going to also get a new folder here called node modules. And here we're going to basically have all the modules, basically the Budo module and its own dependencies. So let's see. Maybe I have to refresh. Yes, node modules are here. But because this is quite a lot of modules, we don't want to push this to GitHub. So we're going to create one new file. Sorry. Not inside of the node modules, but in the root of our file. So I have to go out here and say new file .git ignore. And we just say basically ignore node modules. You don't have to push them to GitHub. When somebody requires our code, they will be able to see in package.json what dependencies we are using. So we don't have to push all of these dependencies to GitHub. So let's now push these changes to GitHub. Git add, git commit. What did we do? We initialized npm and install Budo and git push. Okay, so let's try now if everything works. First of all, let's see if changes has been pushed. Yes, so you see everything looks the same as locally, just node modules are not there because we defined in git ignore that we don't need these changes, this whole folder in push to GitHub. So yeah, this is it. Let's in the next workshop try out how Budo works, and also let's try to delete our code and install it again by using this recipe defined in package.json so that it auto installs everything we need. So.